ever thought that you were disciplined or that you had commitment to detail? If you ever think you are, then take also a good look at the Jewish scribes who copied the scriptures. When they finished, like the book of Isaiah, with thousands of words, to make sure they had an exact copy, they would go back and count every single consonant and indicate the center consonant. They could tell if they'd added or left out a consonant and which one. Then they would go back and count every single word and indicate the center word, because they had a master copy that indicated what the center consonant was of each consonant and the center word of every single book of the Old Testament. And if they had found more than 3 mistakes, they had to destroy the manuscript. You say, what? Yeah. Just 3 mistakes is all they could correct. If more than that, then what they would do, they would take that manuscript and put it into a wooden cupboard called the Genitza. Then when that cupboard was full, they would take them out and bury them. Why would they do that? Because they didn't want anyone even to read a manuscript that had an error in it. And then when they finished a new copy, normally we, like with the New Testament, we give the greatest authority to the oldest manuscript. The Jews didn't do that. They gave equal authority to the new manuscript. Now why? For this reason. They had been so careful in the way they copied it. So many built-in checkpoints. When they finished, they knew they had a replica of the one they were copying. And the older manuscript could become defaced, it would fade, and could be damaged and misread. And they didn't want to do that. So they would take the old manuscript and use it in what they would call the synagogue schools, like a Sunday school. And then when it became a little too worn to be used there, they would take that manuscript and put it also into the wooden cupboard called the Genitza. And then they were taken out and buried. And the reason they did that, they were so committed to the fidelity of Scripture that when they finished copying, they knew they had an exact copy. And this would help people to understand it better and to pronounce it better. And that's why we don't have a lot of old manuscripts. They were destroyed. But the lack of those manuscripts in no way takes away from the authority of what we do have. And many historians down through the years have confirmed the accuracy of these scribes. Wow, God went out of His way to make sure that even today we could open the Scriptures and with confidence say, "Thus saith the Lord."